Chapter 3. During the days that followed, I spent a lot of time with Mrs. O'Connor and Margaret, and they taught me a few words of English. Sean picked up some English from the cook and his assistants in the gallery, and we shared our knowledge with Da and Seamus. Sean also managed to bring us extra food, and one day he gave me a banana. It was the strangest thing I'd ever seen, but Sean showed me how to peel it, and it tasted really good. So did the orange he sometimes stuffed his pockets with. I don't really like to think of that boyish. I was one of the lucky ones who didn't suffer from seasickness, but many people never got used to the movement of the sea and had a miserable Atlantic crossing. Luckily for us, we didn't hit any storms and we weren't in any danger, except from diseases such as typhus. Some people died on the voyage and after a brief religious service were thrown overboard into a watery grave. My brothers never lost their enthusiasm for our American adventure, but my father seemed to be getting sadder. I hoped he wouldn't die, and told him so. Perhaps it was that wish saved him. He told me that he would try to remember the living from that time on, and he didn't try to be cheerful, at least when he and I were together. He began to tell stories about what he had done as a boy, how he had met my mother, and other things about our family story which I would never have learned about otherwise. Mrs. O'Connor asked me what plans we had for our new lives. I told her that we hadn't thought too much about it. After all, the streets were paved with gold, weren't they? Mrs. O'Connor told me as gently as possible that such ideas were nonsense. People have to work hard to make money in America. Yet another of my dreams was shattered. It was a good thing I hadn't brought a shovel. After all, I thought childishly.